Howdy, everyone. Welcome to Tilson Live. It is Tuesday. I am one of your hosts, Eric Allard, part of the fourth generation of the Tilson family, and welcome to Tilson Live. I am joined, as I am every single Tuesday, by Dawn Dancer, our Vice President of Marketing Customer Experience. Welcome, Dawn.
Hey, Eric. How's it going?
It is going great. We're enjoying just the chilly, frigid summer weather here in Texas.
Yeah.
Hasn't rained in a month. It's about 100 degrees everywhere. It is lovely. Here's the true test. If anybody has moved here from another state, if you have moved here in the last 6-8 months, not 12 months because you've encountered this, but if you moved here in the last 6 or 8 months from somewhere north of Texas, drop in the comments. Tell us what you think. Tell us how it's going. Tell us how you're coping with the Texas heat. Depending on where you are in the state, it's ranging from like highs of between 97 and 107. It just depends. And by the way, spoiler alert, no relief for the 97 degrees because where it's 97, that's because there's so much humidity in the air that the air temperature can't heat up to over 100. So it feels like 100. Yeah, it sweats like 114. So
yeah, I went full mom on all of my entire team on Monday. They're like, we're going to go to this. We're going to go to this. I was like, okay. And do you have a cooler full of ice water? Do you have cooling towels? Do you have fans, sunscreen, hats? What you got going on, guys?
Lots of this to go around, folks. Lots of this. So welcome to Tuesday. We are inside. We are live. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Please drop in the comments. Tell us where you are watching from. Tell us where you're building. Tell us what you're building, what part of the process that you're in. We love to hear from you guys. Again, if you have moved here from somewhere out of state, tell us how the weather's treating you. I'm wondering how all the Californians are doing. I'm concerned about you. I'm worried about you because where you left, it's like high of 82, low of 62. And you take that and add like 22 degrees to both of those. And that's our current weather situation in the beautiful state of Texas. But we're grateful to be here. We love the Lone Star State. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. So again, folks, drop in the comments where you're watching from, where you're building, what you're building, part of the process that you're in. We have some things to talk about today, Dawn. What are we going to discuss? We haven't done one of these in a while. What are we doing?
We haven't. We're going to talk about a model, which we haven't done for several months. So we're just going to talk about one of my personal favorites, which is the Whitney model up in Waxahachie. Just love it. Such a good little plan. Very efficient. Nice design and just beautiful plan. So I'm excited. About that.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about the floor plan here in a little bit, but So one of truly my favorite floor plans that we've ever had, model homes. I'm going to give y'all a little Tilson history lesson on it because it is quite the evolution of floor plans. Those of you consultants who've been with us for a long time, maybe customers who've been with us for a long time, you may recognize some of these, particularly if you're repeat customers. But I'm gonna take you through a trip down Tilson memory lane of how we arrived at the Whitney model home that is in Waxahachie, Texas. So, but before we get to all that, again, folks, drop in where you're watching from. Drop in, tell us where you're building, what you're building, part of the process that you're in. Love to hear from you. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and we are here to answer all questions build on your lot related, design related, financing related, site preparation related. You got any questions? If you are even thinking about building a home on your land anywhere, but particularly in the great state of Texas, we're here to help. You're at the right place. You are at the number one resource for all things building a custom home on your land. So ask us the questions. That's why we're here. We have to be here whether y'all are here or not. Dawn and I can sit there and talk about this for hours. We love that our friends join us, but we could do this, for hours. This is what we love to do this.
We can.
I know we have some folks jumping in and joining us. Let's say howdy to them real quick, and then we'll move in.
We got Wendy. That's why I can't wait to get our Angelina started and done. So we'll have our pool too. This fish needs water. By the way, she has her color appointment on Friday. Oh, that's awesome.
That'll be very cool. Awesome.
We've got Lisa, who is building the Granbury in Medina, Texas, framed up and waiting on roofing and siding to be delivered.
Yeah, you had a post of a Granbury last week that just...
Yes, beautiful Granbury.
Yeah. People loved it.
We've got Will coming in from Klondike.
Will's got a new pig. I'll spare everybody
He
the
does.
technical terms, but we got some farm and ranch report with Will coming up. I'm sure he'll give us a good farm and ranch report.
He showed me baby ducks. I'm so excited.
Oh, baby ducks, yes,
Baby
yes,
ducks.
baby ducks. Yes, they'll be delicious.
Not that the pig wasn't cute, but baby ducks. Come on, guys. We got Julie. I happen to love this model. It's the one we chose to build in North Texas. Awesome.
Great choice. I love it.
We've got Kyle. I'm in Waxahachie right now, building in Spring Branch, though. So he's relocating.
Yeah, it's way too cool in Waxahachie. He's got to get further down south. I get it.
All right, we got Ashley, who's in California right now. Lows of 56 and highs in triple digits. Ooh, that's too much of a swing. Getting dressed in is the difficult. Yeah, I would imagine. Looking forward to Texas living. At least it's predictable, I guess.
That's double,
looking at the Rockwall or now the Granberry for Republican Ranch. Yeah, Ashley was one of the people who really liked that Granberry that we posted last week. So we were trading floor plans. And
low of 56 though. I think I could take the triple digits if I could get the 56 in the evening. I think I could do that.
I don't know. I can't do multiple seasons in one day. It just really maybe 2, but not 3.
56 sounds unbelievable right now.
All right, we got Cornelia. I walked through the Whitney. It's a beautiful house. Yes,
cool. Thanks, Cornelia.
We've got Bianca, who's building a Canyon D in Medina. Just signed last week. Awesome.
Oh,
welcome.
Congratulations, Bianca. Thank you.
We've got Troy and Barbara from Sugarland building the Whitney D in Hayes County in the Cornice phrase.
Oh, okay. All right.
We've got John building in Driftwood. Installation is scheduled for Wednesday. Awesome.
Oh, all right. You'll need it this time of year.
Ashley's also saying there's lots and lots of fires in California.
You can tell. If it's going from 56 to 100, that means there's zero moisture in the air at all. So, sorry to hear that.
Let's see. Kyle says he's driving through.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
All right. Will says we've got more egg layer chickens coming this week and roughly 60 meat chickens next week. All right.
So, Will, at what point do you roll from being like a homesteader to a full-on like supplier for Sanderson Farms or Tyson? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, because you seem to be what we refer to in the business world as scaling up. So, either you know something that's coming that we don't know about, in which case, tell your friends, let us know, or I'm interested in what you're scaling up to. Like, what's the end game here? What all are we trying to support? Because 60 meat chickens. I mean, that's a lot of chicken nuggets.
60 more meat chickens.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, tell us your vision. I want to know the plan. What's the plan?
All right. We've got Cleve, who's building a rock wall in Maico. I can't wait to start in September. Awesome.
Be here before you know it. And just as hot.
We got Jabo, who has a Preston going to Medina County, coming along nicely.
Very cool.
And John went with spray foam. So, good
All right.
choice.
That'll be good. Good.
We got a friend from YouTube who's working with Nick in Waxahachie, looking to build the Cypress in Leon County.
Okay, very nice. Oh, Leon County. When I was selling in Bryan, we sold so many homes in Leon County. I remember it very, very, all Buffalo and Jewett and Centerville and Flynn and all of my friends out there, Marquay, gorgeous places. Awesome spot. Love it.
Awesome. We've got Linda, who's in they're building in Maypearl, a Whitney D. Framing is almost done and plumbing is in. Awesome.
All right. It's celebration dancing girls. This is great.
Yes. Flamenco dancers. We got Shaloma. We're building in Republic Grand Ranch and waiting for water and electricity to reach our section 5. Yes. Building in Livingston, the Whitney looks slightly similar.
It is. Yeah. It is a little similar.
All right. Do you want to give the history lesson in the Whitney?
Okay, I do. Yes. Thank you all for joining us. I'm glad you jumped in. So if you think about it, there's only so many ways you can carve up 1,800 or 2,000 square feet, right? Like This is not like a new concept that we're building. So the Whitney is right at that 1,800 feet. But I found this. So I obviously I wasn't around for this. This is from my grandfather. But this is from I think it says February the 3rd, 1967. And this was a home we had called the Ambassador. Okay, now I'm not dating the Whitney plan. What I am telling you, though, is if we were to draw the floor plan of this Ambassador, the perimeter, the concrete slab, kind of L shape that we'll see here in a moment, you will see that's 55 years ago. By the way, that is a Tilson ad. I forgot to show you. But we didn't steal the plan. That was in fact a Tilson. This is Dawn. You may not know this from the marketing world. This is a newspaper. This was a
Yes,
newspaper ad.
I remember these.
Yeah, this was the Sunday paper. And you bought, golly, that's like a half a page ad. I mean, there's no telling. But here's the point. The point is, what we've done with the Whitney is really just revolutionized how to carve up that 1,800 to 2,000 square feet of space. But the reality is, this design, the bones of this plan, the soul of this plan, goes back over a half a century in the way it's, but we know the plan. It's a super efficient foundation design. It's super strong roof system, super strong floor plan, and can really just last a lifetime, quite frankly. Yeah. So we had the Ambassador, we had the Princess, we had the Windsor, we had the Carlton, we had the Monarch.
See, I thought that's where we were going. I only knew about the Carlton.
Oh yeah, the Carlton was in the 80s. It was in the middle. So we're going from the 60s, where we started with the Ambassador, and then the Monarch, and then the Windsor. You notice the theme here. We were very hung up on the royal family. Not like today. We've totally forgotten about that. So yeah, because everything's so different now.
It's fun. It's fun.
But yeah, and then we shifted into the Carlton. I don't know, because it was before the Fresh Prince, so it's not that Carlton. I'm not sure where the Carlton came from, but that was in 1986. Those were the 86 8. And then we revolutionized that, completely overhauled it, sat down, blew all the studs off of the slab, and said, start with a blank slate, and then take all the input we've gotten from all of these customers over the years, and that's how the Whitney was born. And it's been a beautifully selling model home, beautifully flexible design for many, many, many customers over the years. And so that's how we're bringing it to you today, to show you guys how we're doing this. So you want to show these people stuff? Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the D elevation of the Whitney floor plan. So we're showing you the kind of craftsman style, the board and bat, the stone, and some cedar accents, beautiful front porch. And this is the actual model as it sits in Waxahachie, Texas, on top of that big old tall hill. Just beautifully done there. And Dawn, tell us a little bit about the floor plan.
So it's a very nice floor plan. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a little bit over 1,800 square feet, and just has some wonderful features. You know, you've got the split bedroom going on. So your master suite is on the back of the home, while the other bedrooms are to the front, and they don't actually share a wall with each other, which is also always nice to have some privacy and some division between the sides. And just the kitchen is absolutely marvelous in this plan as well, because you have the space to have kind of a work prep island there in the middle, but without taking up like a huge amount of square footage on the plan. So you've got a lot of space. You've got a walk-in pantry. You've got that huge utility room that you can use for, you know, whatever you want. If you need extra storage space, if you want to set up a desk in that area, if you want to put in a, you know, tall freezer, anything that you want to do, it's a good, nice space. And then you've got that wide open family room, and everything's kind of, you know, nice and wide open. So everybody's together, and just great space. Like, I love that we don't waste a lot of room on hallways, because I always feel like that's hard in a plan this size, that you end up with a lot of space that you're like, oh, yay, this is a hall.
Yeah, to find an 1,800-foot house that has walk-in closets for the spare bedrooms and his and hers walk-in closets in the master is like completely unheard of. That's not a thing. Walk-in pantry. So yeah, really the only hallway in the house is to be able to, like, you have to have enough room to turn a bed to get into these bedrooms. Like, that's really the only reason there's a hallway of that size there, is so we have to have a distributing stairway in there so we can access the mechanical equipment. And so you can at least, you know, turn and get beds in without having to bring them through a window. But a 15-foot deep, long bedroom too, unbelievable. So, and the dotted line, Dawn, so, you know, just a brief refresher for folks, what's the difference between the solid lines and the dotted lines when reading our floor plans on the website or in our design centers?
So when you see kind of the dotted line, that's indicating that there's a change in ceiling height, is what's kind of going on in that area. It's indicating that one side has a higher ceiling.
But other than that, it is wide open.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is how the model is done in Waxahachie. In addition, it has, of course, we did opt to put the 15-foot by 10-foot deep covered porch, the optional rear covered porch.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go through some more custom options towards the end. Right. So, no, but I think we're going to stop and show a video.
We are. So let me pull that up right now.
And folks, keep dropping the comments in. Love to hear from you. Howdy. I'm Eric Allard with Tilson Homes, Senior Vice President and a member of Tilson's fourth generation. And I'm so glad you've joined us today for a tour of our Whitney model home here in Waxahachie, Texas. As you approach the Whitney model here in Waxahachie, you're going to see how we've used a lot of stone and board and bat hardy so that we can make it look like a great farmhouse or craftsman style of home. So as you approach the front porch, you'll see the cedar, a beautiful front porch that you can sit out there with your rocking chair and take in the sunset and sunrise. And then the front door just really welcomes you into the space of the Whitney model home. So as you step into the foyer of the Whitney, the first thing you're going to obviously notice is this massive family room with plenty of space for gathering and hanging out, and the amount of light that's just pouring in from the gigantic fixed windows at the back of the family room that you look out onto your land, which is a beautiful, beautiful scene. So really the efficient use of space in the Whitney is its key component. I mean, it's the best layout of space in 1,800 square feet that we've ever designed in our portfolio. You have this massive family room where tons of gathering can be done. You can have a lot of family in here, but it's still cozy enough space that you can maybe turn off some of the LED lights and make it a real nice space for just a family of 2 or 4 hanging out in here. As you're sitting in the family room, you can't help but notice the kitchen and how much of a part of the conversation folks feel like when they're in there versus when they're in the family room. Everybody's all in there together. You've got a beautiful granite bar top that extends out into the family room where people can be served. You've got an awesome island that's a great workspace for preparing food or just buffeting off of. You got a stainless steel undermount sink. You got a beautiful range and microwave hood combo that vents all the way to the outside, and just a significant amount of space for your refrigerator, which is just unbelievable given the amount of space that's in this house. One of the best parts of the Whitney model is how we've utilized this dining area that can be formal dining, big enough to fit a large dining room table, or just a great breakfast nook with tons of light coming in from outside and beautiful views of your property. Well, okay then. So that is the Whitney. That's the actual model home in Waxahachie. So again, rolling into the front door, and the house. We don't have a bunch of upgrades in this home. The way that it's built, it's pretty well going to be with Tilson's what we call our included features, and we do that deliberately to try and make sure folks have a pretty good idea of what they're going to be getting. So Dawn, tell us a little bit about the family room. What do you think? And what are some of the comments if we can see those?
So the family room is it's a great large space. Like we mentioned, there's lots of natural light coming in because you've got huge windows happening back there. And then you've got we did put the back porch on the model. So you do have that French door that's leading out there to that, but just a great large gathering space that just flows right into the dining area as well as the kitchen. So you can kind of see what's going on with the kitchen, but there's also some separation between the two, which I like, but it's a good open space, plenty of room for entertaining and hanging out and just being there. We've had some pretty large events. In fact, before this home was finished, we actually hosted a kind of a pre-installation inspection framing seminar inside both this home and the Fayetteville. And I remember we had about 38 people in the kitchen family dining area of this home, and it did not. And I was standing back in the corner where the that master bedroom door is back here, and Dave was giving the presentation way over here, and I remember like not cramped, not crowded whatsoever. Wasn't furniture at the time, of course, but still, it felt very, very large. It doesn't feel like an 1,800 square foot house. It feels very much like it just feels so much bigger.
200 square foot house. This particular area, especially. So,
and then this is the kitchen space and the dining area. Again, just so much large. It feels so much larger than it actually is, and just a great use of space. The team really knocked it out of the park with this one. Like it's a great area. You've got plenty of cabinet space. You've got that wonderful island in the center that you can take things right out of the oven, stick them up there, get them out of the way. And just really, really good use. Lots of storage. You've got the walk-in pantry back there in the corner, and then through the other door is the utility room. that we mentioned. And then that dining area too is very large. As you see, we've got a table there that seats 6 if you go in the model, but there's actually plenty of room to go bigger if you needed to do 8 or you needed to expand it for something, for holidays or whatever. It's a great large space.
Yeah, and enough of a foyer to welcome folks, but it's not like this just big, you're not losing 75 square feet of space in a foyer that, while beautiful, I mean, what are you really doing with that space? So
yeah, but it's enough space that if you wanted to stick a bench there to gather shoes and everything as people come in, you can do that and still kind of have that entry, but it's not taking up a huge amount of area.
Precisely.
Well,
before we get into that, should we look at some questions, comments?
We should. Let me pull those up. So we have Sally, who was checking in. Sally Gilbertson, building a modified Whitney D in Colorado County, hoping to close by the end of the month. Nice.
Oh, cool.
That'll be awesome. We have Janet. We're building a Live Oak D in Grayson County. Met our construction supervisor last week. It's a clear sign things are about to happen when the porta potty is delivered.
There it is.
Temporary bathrooms there, always a good sign.
That's right. And a good first step.
Yes, for sure. We've got Mike, who is building Magnolia C in Possum Kingdom. It's about 50% done. They've chronicled their entire build process.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice. We'll have to go check that out.
Yeah,
after this, everybody go there.
Yeah, don't go there now. Don't go there now.
Not right now. Will. Okay, so he's explaining. We're scaling up to get more self-sufficient. Hopefully later on down into the future, we could sell meats, veggies, and fruits and eggs. Right now, we're raising our own for us and family and some friends and neighbors. Are we friends and neighbors? Like,
right.
Can we come visit?
Yeah. This just got awkward real quick, real fast, Will.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. That's very cool.
Yeah, very cool. We got Hector checking in, building a Canyon A in Timberwood Park. Officially RTE'd, and Kimberly Laxton does Bernie Office Rocks. Awesome.
We agree, and thanks for sharing that. Yeah,
thank you.
She's great.
We've got Kenny, who's building a Travis model in Burleson, Texas. Framing is almost complete. Awesome.
Okay. Thanks, Kenny. Send us some pictures.
We got Ashley and Shaloma. They're checking in because they're going to be neighbors. So Ashley's in section 6. So, we love our Whitney. Dana.
Oh,
yay!
Dana and Mark, awesome.
And they're gonna have a barbecue.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep, love the Whitney. Nikki, huge thanks to Colton and Mitch for resolving my window issue. They should be delivered very soon. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Good. Yeah. I was actually in Melissa the next day visiting with Mitch, and he mentioned that he had been in contact with you, Miss Kendrick. So thanks for bringing that to our attention. So we're grateful.
And Will says, yes, we're friends. So
yes, we're friends, or yes, he'll share a meet next.
He said yes, so we're going to interpret it however we want.
We're friends, Will.
We're friends.
Yeah, so folks, obviously keep dropping your questions and comments in. Again, any questions about site preparation, if you want to talk about interest rates, we can talk about that. You want to talk about design, you want to talk about site prep, like I said, you want to talk about customization of plans, drop them in the comments. Again, we're here to help you. That's why we're doing this. So until then, let's move on with the next part of the Whitney.
All right, awesome.
The master suite of the Whitney has its own entrance off the family room. You're going to walk in there. You'll be very secluded. Great retreat for the owners. Beautiful ceiling treatment in there. You got a lot of light coming in from the windows, and we've outfitted the model with king-size furniture to make sure that you can really feel how this space is going to be in your home. So really, one of the most spectacular things about the Whitney model is the master bath. It's a beautiful layout of space. You've got a great walk-in shower, 3 foot by 5 foot with semi-frameless glass around it. Seat inside that shower. You got dual vanities. You got separate walk-in closets, which is just an unbelievable use of the space. And there's plenty of custom layouts. If you want to do a separate tub for soaking or a jetted tub, you can easily do that in the space. So the Whitney model is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath layout. And the 2 spare bedrooms are completely opposite the master suite, which is really great for seclusion and making sure that nobody's disturbing anyone else's space. Those 2 spare bedrooms are plenty large enough to accommodate full-size furniture. They have really large closets that have LED lights in them, and those 2 spare bedrooms share a beautiful bathroom that's got a big laundry hamper cabinet, large granite vanity top, as well as a ceramic tile tub shower surround. All right, so tell us a little bit more about the master suite, Mrs. Dantzler.
So the master suite is going to be right there off of the living room. And as we mentioned, this is king size furniture that's in That space when you go into the model, so you're looking at, it's about 16 by 14 feet, very large bedroom, plenty of space to put everything in there that you need. And then in that bathroom, you've got the dual vanities going on, and this is one of the ones that we opted to not include a tub in the master suite, but you can add that if you prefer that. Personally, I'm not a tub girl, so I am completely down with this. So yeah, nice huge walk-in shower that's got its own custom seat in there. And also, what unfortunately, I don't have pictures of this, but the walk-in closets in this master suite are just amazing. There are 2 separate walk-in closets with so much space. I just love all the storage that's in this house. But yeah, those master closets are amazing.
Yeah, if you haven't gone and seen this model, folks, it is worth the trip. I mean, obviously the Fayetteville as well, and just the entire Waxahachie Design Center itself. But this house, I know it sounds like we're beating a dead horse here with the efficient use of space, but truly, like, just every square inch of space in this house is there's not one part underutilized. And yeah, you walk into this master bathroom and then you have to remind yourself that you're in an 1,800 square foot home. Like, it doesn't feel like that at all, because look at 9-foot ceilings everywhere. All the shelving that's built in already. You got a separate water closet. Like Dawn said, you have the shower. Again, if we do the tub, we'll show you some of the custom options later on, what you can do if you want to do a separate tub, if you want to do some different porches. We do have a little ceiling treatment going on in the master suite here. So, that, and that's in the model. We can do that for you, but just the amazing amount of space you have for such an efficient floor plan is pretty revolutionary.
Yes, it's very nice. And then the secondary bedrooms, those spare bedrooms are also very, they're a good size. They're spacious. They've got their own, private bathroom with the nice linen pantry closet that I like. I like that we do that. It's a great use of space. And both of these bedrooms also have their own walk-in closet, which is very rare in honestly any home, but definitely in one that of this size. So it's just very nice. And that llama bedroom is my daughter's favorite.
My daughter as well. Yeah, yeah.
I think they walked in it together.
They did. They were there together. Yes, exactly.
The grand opening. Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, my son's all about the superhero room. We got the Batman stuff theme going on. So yeah, just a really cool use of the space. And it helps having a beautiful view like Waxahachie. I mean, you can see we're up on top of this really tall hill, and you can see the courthouse from our design center. It's all lit up at Christmas time. It's beautiful. So, and we have cows at this location. If you go to this location,
we have cows right behind us. Yeah,
there are cows there. We have, we leased the back part of our place to a cow-calf operation. So you can truly look out the back window of the family room or back porch of this and truly envision exactly what you're after. I mean, there's barbed wire, there's cattle, there's a donkey. Yes. You can't get close to the donkey. He's very cantankerous, the donkey. But he and I, we get each other. We understand. We have an understanding, a mutual respect.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, the donkey and me. We probably have more in common than most people think. So anyway, I know we have we have some more comments we want to reach out to.
Yes, we do. We've got Wendy, who's also looking for neighbors in Republic Grand Ranch. She's in section 6-2, so y'all make friends.
Yeah, well, over the next 30 years, Wendy, you'll have 3,500 of your closest neighbors, all on 2-acre tracts. It'll be great.
It's going to be great. We got Glenn, who's building a Livingston in Lake Palestine, waiting on stonework, foam, wiring, and completion. Awesome.
Very cool. Thanks, Glenn.
We have Lisa saying that she actually added the Whitney shower to her Granbury master bathroom. She liked it so much. Yeah, it is a great shower.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Jabo is asking, could having front rear porch concrete steps installed towards end of construction impact the Tilson foundation warranty? Does using the same company that did the foundation make any difference?
Jabo, it probably would be helpful if you could use them. I mean, if you're talking about actually, tying into the foundation, yeah, definitely something you want to check with not only our superintendent on, but the foundation contractor who did it. If you can use them, because obviously you got some high tension, post tension cables running through there. You don't want to dowel into those. I'm assuming you're talking about doing concrete steps. If you're talking about doing wooden steps, it's not going to be a big deal at all. Don't worry about it. But if you're talking about doing concrete steps that you are in fact going to dowel in and attach to the slab, you definitely need to reach out to your superintendent before you do that. And it would be optimal to use someone who originally did it if you are going to move through with that. Great question. Thanks, Jabo. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And guy, I know it's like, yes, if you hit a cable, it is at 31,000 pounds per square inch of like, it's tight. Like tension is an understatement on this. It's not gonna, I mean, it could hurt you, but it's not likely to just like explode or anything like that. But it's not, then the cable's not there anymore and it's not doing its job, right? It's not pulling anymore. So there are ways to run a new cable through there. But again, you don't want to do that if you don't have to. There are situations where it just happens and we have to do that, but you don't want to do it on purpose. So yeah, definitely reach out to the superintendent. Yeah. Let us touch base with the engineer, find out where they believe would be a safe spot to go ahead and do that, and then dial in and go from there.
Okay. Makes sense. All right, let's see the rest of this home.
Great question. Guys, if you have questions like that, if you're under construction, got questions about that stuff, ask us. And again, design, finance, any of that kind of stuff, we would love to hear from you guys. So just ask. Okay. So immediately off the kitchen is the utility room, right next to the walk-in pantry, which is really great because there's space for a stand-up freezer in the utility room, so it's great for country living. You got plenty of space for a large washer and dryer, and it's conveniently located right there on the front side of the home, so that if you locate a garage there or breezeway, it's super convenient coming in and out with your groceries. So one of the best parts that we did on the model home here is the covered outdoor living space immediately off the breakfast nook. It's a beautiful way to get in there and really take advantage of your land, which is why you're doing this to begin with, is to enjoy your space. So there's plenty of space on the patio for chairs, rocking chairs, swings, barbecue pit, and just a nice place to relax at the end of a long day and just kind of take in that sunset. It's really beautiful. So by far the Whitney is the most customizable plan in our portfolio. We have 10 or 12 custom options that we do on the regular for this home. But in addition to those, we have customers that do all kinds of things with this home. So we take kitchens of other homes, put it in this home, and just really lends itself well to customization and letting our customers make it their own, which is what it's all about. We've got to find a new actor for these things, truly. That guy.
Maybe we have some volunteers in the chat. Anybody want to?
Perfect. Yeah. If y'all want to be on a video instead of that guy who keeps doing these things, put it in now. Yeah, that guy.
Sounds like a plan.
Tired of seeing him. But yeah, so obviously some of the outdoor living is what most of our customers are after, right? I mean, there's a reason that they're leaving the rat race, the production subdivision thing, to enjoy that outdoor experience, to enjoy their land, like that emotional connection, whether it's family land or land that you guys planned on just being out there for a long time. And so we get it. We understand that even this time of year, viewing the land is great from the family room. Great. But there are parts of Texas, like you go into hill country right now, and it gets down into the 70s in the evenings. It's very comfortable, very pleasant, and it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat watching the sun go down your back porch at the end of the day, particularly if you've been working hard. It's nice.
Nice.
I hear it's not.
You hear working hard, or
people tell me these things that after you work hard.
Yeah, we wouldn't know about that. No. Not at all.
Well, I wouldn't.
All right. So for custom options, I pulled some samples of pictures that we have. So let's talk about one of the most popular option is the rear back porches, which we have two that are pre-designed for this home. So like we were talking about on the model, we went with the just rear porch is what it's called. So it's a smaller version, but then there's also the extended rear porch that you can see below that actually goes across kind of connects the back of the home. So much bigger space. Just kind of let you spread out. And we've actually had one customer who turned that into a screened-in porch, which might not be a bad idea. Screened-in porch, put some fans up there. So that's a good use of the space. One of the other most popular options, which was what I could get a photo of, was the attached 2-car garage. So this is kind of that standard placement for that. We do have a couple of other options of where to put the garage that I can show. I'll jump into the actual interactive floor plan so you guys can see that. But this is what this home looks like with the garage. So you've got that side entry going on, and it just extends on the one side, and you've got the window on the front. So
Yeah, and this could be a side load like we have set up here, which a lot of subdivisions
mhm.
are requiring these days. They don't want the garage door on the front of the home. But if your lot won't support, a driveway and a turn going in, the garage door can be on the front. If you need it, so you just pull right in, straight in, more of a suburban or city lot, you can do that. This
Yep.
this home lends itself. It's very, very versatile. It can handle
Yep.
that.
And this one here just attaches you right there off the side of the dining room, but there is an option that actually attaches to the utility room instead. Fireplace is also very popular. We do have 2 pre-designed locations for the fireplace. Everybody seems to be going with the one that they're calling the alternate fireplace. So maybe we need to talk to drafting and rearrange that. But this puts your fireplace in between those 2 entries into the spare bedrooms and the master bedroom. So it just kind of uses that area to put in your fireplace. And then you customize your fireplace however you want. These customers went for the, floor to ceiling stone, but and I think this one looks like a wood. It's got that Constitution in there, but you can do electric, you can do gas, you can not go that high. You've got the prices for the options for fireplaces are endless, which I know some people are kind of, when they're like, how much is a fireplace? We're like, well, it depends. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want a hearth? Do you want this? Do you want a stone surround? Do you want a tile surround? So just lots of things that can be done there.
Yeah, and this kind of mimics the in a smaller version of what we do in the San Jacinto, what we do in the LaSalle. It's a very, very similar. What we do in the Driftwood. It's a very similar setup to how we do that, and you're doing it in 1,830 feet of space. So very economical, very efficient, and quite frankly, I mean, we were a family of 5 with 3 boys, and we grew up in a 1,900 square foot Tilson home, and never. I mean, we fought like cats and dogs, but that would have happened with 5,000 square feet. Wouldn't matter.
Space doesn't change that.
Exactly. No, it does not change that. That's not true. When Chris lived in New York, New Jersey for 13 years, we did not fight that much. 1,800 miles is enough.
Okay, more space under a shared roof doesn't change.
Right.
That.
Yeah, but I mean, and that was a 2-story home, so that feels more like a 1,300 foot house. So 1,800 square feet is big plenty on space, and you can do a lot with it.
One other option that's very popular that our customers have done is the powder room option. So sometimes you don't really want your guests having to deal with your kids' bathroom, which is totally understandable. So this puts a powder room for you right off of that foyer. So what also happens is that does change up your kitchen, which is why I'm showing the picture of the kitchen as well, because it moves your pantry over to the opposite corner of the kitchen. So that's just something to be aware of if you go with that option.
Yeah,
we're going to move your appliances around a little bit. So this is a picture of what that looks like. And just wanted to call out that the customers who did this added some other stuff. So they actually did the etched glass door on their pantry and also added rock to their...
And stained concrete.
And stained concrete, and they extended the bar top. This is why when people are asking us if we can show you pictures of some of the homes that we've built, that we kind of get, we can, but we need to kind of explain to you what's happened, because same thing happened. We have a nice alternate dining room option, alternate kitchen dining room layout. But then I'm like, yeah, but then this person walled that in and did this and moved that, and so it's kind of hard to explain. But I'll show you what the standard option looks like on the interactive floor plan in a minute.
No, this is very well done. This is perfect.
All righty.
And then what?
Well, I'm just going to jump real quick because there are a couple of other good options for this plan that I wanted to highlight. So I'm going to share my web browser, and hopefully everything's going to go perfect, because that's how technology works, guys.
What could go wrong? Exactly.
What could go wrong? All righty. So one other one I wanted to point out is you can do a 4-bedroom if you wanted to. So that's going to add another bedroom into this space. So just kind of pushes some stuff back, but that is something that's available if you wanted your home to be a little bit bigger. We also do have that alternate layout that I was talking about with the, if you wanted a formal dining room, if you're a formal dining room person and you kind of wanted that separate space, you can push the kitchen to the back of the home using this layout, which then gives you the dining room that you can enter from the kitchen or from the foyer. So if you're more of a formal dining space and then kind of person. And like I was talking about, the customers that I found who built this option actually walled this wall in. Yeah. So they turned this area into more of a study. They were looking for an enclosed study for like a work from home situation. So that's an option as well if you wanted to do something like that. And then, like I mentioned, we do have another layout of the garage that pulls it to the front of the home. So you're coming off of the utility room, still a side load on this, but just gives you kind of a different space there. So it pushes the kitchen to the back, puts the dining area here, and does that. And then you can also do the alternate kitchen with a drop zone coming in from the back. So lots of things that you can do to kind of change this plan up if you wanted to.
Yeah, and again, that kind of speaks to the flexibility of it, right? I mean, talking about, wouldn't hope no one got offended that this plan is not new, because but it is. The things that people's tastes change. The way we use our homes changes over time. Remote learning and work from home, that was not a thing, in 1967. So the ability for our design and drafting team to be able to take that, shape this plan into working for families in 2021, 2022 and beyond, just proves to you the flexibility of what you can do with design.
Yep. And then if you wanted to explore the home further, on our website, we do have virtual tours of all of our models and some of our non-models. So you can actually jump in and, move around into the home. I'm going to see if I can take a peek inside those closets that I was talking about. So this is one of the closets.
That's the little.
That's actually the little closet.
That's the baby closet.
Yeah, that's the baby closet. And then this is the big closet. So lots of space.
This is 1,835 square feet. So just what you can do with the space.
Yeah. Big bathroom. Very nice space.
And kudos to the Matterport person who did this and did not get the camera in the mirror. Very impressed.
It was tough.
It's not easily done.
Some of that's also magic that, like, I can pick which spots we show. So if we see one that has a camera in it, we're like, not that one.
Yeah, I got fired from the Matterport early.
See, the doggo of a customer's home that we recently did the Matterport. Kelsey and I walked in the bathroom. We're like, yeah, nope. This is
nowhere to put the camera.
There's nowhere to go.
Just take pictures.
Yes.
Well, very cool. Obviously, folks, keep asking questions. We got a few we're going to get to here and a few comments, but ask any questions about the process that's going on right now, about the Whitney plan, any other plan you're curious about, the process at all. If you're looking for land right now, if you're doing site preparation, if you want to talk about the financing side, interest rates, I know there's a lot of stuff being thrown at you, the American consumer, right now. We are aware of that. And, by the way, we've been here since 1932. We have seen a lot of crazy things. So, this was, anyway, a little nostalgic on the 1967 thing.
Oh, so Linda's saying that she loves the superhero room, but in her home, it'll be the guest room and the bigger second bedroom will be a craft office. Awesome.
Oh, nice. I like how craft comes before office, by the way. That's
priorities.
Priority. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Mark saying, just wanted to thank you, Eric, and the Tilson team for always being there during and after the build. I posted some pictures of ours on the comments page, this live feed post on the Tilson page, especially the fireplace and kitchen living room area. Okay, we'll have to go check that out.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for reaching out, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
We've got Sally saying we added the extended porch and a French door from the master bedroom too. We also added the attached side load garage and pushed our kitchen back so the window over the sink looks out at the 200-year-old live oak trees. Wow. Nice. Love that. And then they also took the storage space and garage and added it to the utility room.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like air-conditioned storage.
I like air-conditioned storage too. Ashley says her husband wants to know how we get our future home chosen as a Tilson Tuesday tour. Okay, it's a very complicated process. Pay attention when your house is done. You reach out to us and say, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just happened, actually.
Yes, we love all our customers. We love all their homes. So anybody who wants to be featured, just let us know. Give us a shout. We would love to come out. Yeah. We'd love to come out and show up your home because we just love to see, even just for our internal teams, like everybody wants to know what our customers are building and why they made the decisions that they did. So we love to tell those stories and we know it helps everybody else plan in their home. So yeah, just ask us. All right. We got a friend from YouTube. I am in the foundation stage and will be getting one HVAC unit. Can I ask for dampeners to get installed so I can control the temp in some room versus others?
Okay, so what you're asking for is a zoned AC system. That's typically something that would need to be designed before we got to this stage. The
Mhm.
best course of action for you right now would be to reach out to your superintendent. It may be too late to change that. I don't know where they are on ordering the HVAC equipment. I know there's incredibly long lead times on some of those things because it does change up sometimes how the air handler is going to be set up, what condensing unit we're going to be using, and a lot of that stuff has already been ordered on the work order or purchase order. Don't know for sure, but reach out immediately if you're.
Mhm.
What you're wanting is to consider doing a zoned AC system. Again, that's not something we typically would allow to be changed at this point in the game, but reach out and see. So
Yeah. Then also asking about the bath tiles orientation. Can we change that since we're in the foundation stage?
yeah, ordinarily I would say no. We're not going to be able to change that, but again, all you can do is reach out to your superintendent and ask. But the standard answer would be it's too late. Once we go to construction, particularly right now with the supply chain and labor constraints we're
Mhm.
getting, we are not able to make changes during construction, unfortunately, at any stage. And I know that sounds harsh and it doesn't seem reasonable, and I feel the same way. I feel like it's harsh and it doesn't seem reasonable to me either, but it
Yeah.
really is the reality right now, because these trades are really, really, they're doing the best they can, and they are overextended because the whole country is, and especially the state of Texas, and being able to track and keep up with those changes once materials have already been ordered, once work orders have been released, is exceedingly difficult.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
ask.
Yeah. We got Jennifer. We're so close to being done. The tile guy has held us up for a month now. Once that happens, they say we will finish right up. We cannot wait. It's been 18 months of camper living with 3 children. Oh, yeah.
Boy, these last 45 days of camper living
Yes.
has been legitimately hot, Miss Salters. So
Yes.
appreciate that.
Hopefully we can get that finished up soon for you. Sounds like you're in the
Mhm.
home stretch. So we
Get
got
it? You see the
Linda.
home stretch? Dawn just can't stop with them. She never stops with the puns. It's too good. She doesn't even know she's doing it. She does it
I
anyway.
don't. Thanks for pointing out, though. We got Linda. She's coming in late from Frisco. We'll have to rewatch Building in Grayson County at Canyon C. Awesome.
Very cool.
Another
Thank you for
another one
that.
of my favorites. Kristen is asking, we are released to estimating. What exactly does that mean, Eric?
Well, I'll tell you what it means, Kristen. It means that it's actually a celebratory moment. We have,
Yes.
and you have completed all of the preliminary, what we call pre-construction things. So all of your, plan changes, plan approvals, engineering, permitting, financing, if that's applicable to you,
Mhm.
the design and color selections. So all of your options are chosen. You've signed off on all of the specifications going on the home on your options addendum. We've got clear title. Again, we've got permits. If there's any kind of city or subdivision approvals, those have been obtained. All of that's done. No more changes. And your plans are going into, if it's released to estimating, that means the plans do actually go to our drafting department to be modeled. So we
Mhm.
model all of our plans. That's how we order all of our lumber packages, because the software pushes the model over to, and not just lumber, but many, many things, over to our estimating department, our cost management teams, our purchasing, cost analysts, those folks. And so um, there we are starting to do filling in of all the things,
Yes.
populating of purchase orders. Some things are being reserved at that point, not everything, but some things are. And then what it typically means is that you will have received a preliminary slot. So some week in a month of when you're going to be building. So whether, I don't know what month that is without looking at it, but you will have been issued, and your sales consultant should be able to tell you, if not
Mhm.
today, very shortly, what week of which month you are slotted to be released to construction. And then around a few weeks leading up to that, they'll reach out again, and we'll get appointments scheduled to do your pre-construction meeting as we get closer to that release to construction week and month. And that's what that means. It means that you're done with the pre-construction part, and now it is a little bit of a waiting
Yes.
game of waiting for the bandwidth to open up in a particular area. And some areas open up sooner than others, depending on what construction demand is like in a particular area, not just for Tilson, but just broadly speaking for the industry,
Right.
what bandwidth is out there. So
The other really exciting thing that I didn't hear you say, but even if you did, it's worth saying it again. Your price is locked. So
Oh,
your price
not
at
say
that
that.
point, your price is locked and it's not going to change. So that's also a very exciting celebratory thing.
Good thing. Great point.
Linda's saying she's not even thinking of selling her home until she's closed. So yeah, if you can afford to do that, I recommend that honestly always, because it's just so much better to move from one house to the other without having to like go somewhere in between or stress about doing it on the same day or any of that. So I always
And
like
now
to
cue the moment where someone walks up to Linda's door and offers her money she can't refuse. That's what's
I
happening.
know. And then Linda's
Then
like,
what are you gonna
bye.
do?
We have Shaloma asking, do you know what type of aerobic septic system Tilson installs? Is there a specific brand?
Shlomo, there's not a specific brand because we do them all over the state. So there's a number of different brands. So we don't spec out, and it also helps where we can, particularly right now, we can get what might actually be available and in stock. Because sometimes there's some brands that parts or aerators or compressors, we can't get them right now. So it's not as, we don't specify exactly which brand. It's just how many gallons per day it needs to handle, what size gallon tanks that they are. But we will, obviously, you'll have the specifications on it when we go to do the install. But on the aerobic, and it depends on where in the state as well. So it really depends on where you are and truly what that installer, I'm sorry, has the availability. And typically they're dealers of a certain brand, right? Almost like a well, they're a dealer, almost like a retailer. So they stock a certain, whether it's a Hoot or some other brand, they do that. But components wise, the parts all work pretty much the same. They're not very proprietary, if that helps. There are a couple of types of aerobic system. There's the 90% of them out there are a spray or surface application. So the aerobic system, for folks who don't know, that is an on-site sewage facility. So it's truly like a miniaturized sewage plant, which differs from the conventional system, which is just a gravity fed on into field lines, and it goes out into sand and percolates into the soil, and the sun evaporates everything else over time. But the aerobic system truly has, there's electric and mechanical components to it. It's got an aerator going. It's got a compressor going. It has a water pump that kicks on once the treated water reaches a certain level, and then it sprays it out onto the surface. Or there's a drip system that typically you'll find that if you are in a high clay content area, if you're close to a body of water, if you're somewhere where the state's regulations, TCEQ, the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, would be concerned on that runoff running into a body of water or onto neighboring properties. They may have you install a drip system. It's still aerobic. It's just the way that the treated water is dispersed on the property, whether it's on the surface or whether it's subsurface. So that's
okay.
Hopefully that helps.
All right. We have John Cade, 8 months in my canyon. Love this house. So glad we picked such a knowledgeable, honest, trustworthy builder. Y'all knocked it out of the park. Oh, thank you, John.
John, appreciate you, man. Thanks for saying that.
Very nice. J-Bo is asking, we may have to choose a different exterior brick. Generally, are there more choices or fewer choices today than there were at the end of 2021? Hoping selection hasn't decreased. So some things came back, but then some things went away. So J-Bo, if you're a fan of white brick, you'll probably be happy because those came back. But I know that some things have gone away. So I'd say it's probably about the same, just different.
J-Bo, I don't know if your significant other is watching or not, but here's a way to play this, brother. Call your sales consultant if you have to go make a change. Tell them to pull half of the samples away and then come in. That's how you do this. Anyway, no,
I do not endorse that point of view.
Yes. Sorry, Rachel. Anyway, no, that it's what's probably going to be limited is going to be if you're having to choose one and you're in the construction phase would be we got to have yours pretty quick, so that might be what drives, and hopefully the superintendent along with Zach Shell, our director of vendor management, would have helped.
I liked your plan.
It's 20 years of marital bliss, J-Bo. What do you want me to tell you? I promise she's way smarter than I am. She's played way more tricks on me. I'm not ahead in this game, but Zach Shell does a great job of keeping our team informed of what's available, and they would have reached out to him time frame wise, because some stuff may be available, but it may, this is available in 16 weeks.
Someday, yeah.
You're going to need yours before that. So that itself might tighten up the what's actually available presently. So great.
Yeah,
great
I will say from what I've seen, the recent discontinues that I've seen happening weren't anything there wasn't a close match to. It wasn't like when white brick completely went away, everybody was very upset because there was nothing. Like we could like rub mortar on it. I don't know.
It'll get dirty over time.
You can commit a sin and paint it. I don't know, but somebody asked us the other day if we painted rock. I was like, no, that's a crime against nature. Don't paint rock. Please don't paint stone. Please don't paint stone.
You talk about Whataburger like that. They paint every brick every building is Acme brick, and it is painted white. Every one of them.
Okay.
But anyway, yes. So, folks, we kind of last call for questions. We've been going on this for a while. Thank you for tuning in and watching The Whitney. Dawn, thanks for putting this together and chopping up the videos. I know Kelsey's out there monitoring the chat. Appreciate that. And thank you guys all for hanging in there with us. We know this has been a wild and crazy ride these last couple of years, and maybe there's some relief in sight. Who knows? Some things are more available, and at the same time, some stuff's less available. And I know the contractors are squeezed because of fuel prices now. That's taking it tougher for those guys and their hands showing up. I mean, that's a real thing that we're sensitive to. So we continue to navigate this, and we're grateful that you continue to navigate it with us. And so, again, we really, really appreciate each and every one of you. So if you are thinking about building a home, Dawn, where could they possibly see?
Well, first, we got another report from Will.
Oh, okay.
He says, y'all are awesome. Thank you, Will. End of next week, we are going to get IPP pigs, Idaho pastured pigs, to try out. Ooh.
Why not?
All right.
Well, I'm sure they'll be really happy to move from Idaho right now, where it's probably 65 degrees, to Texas, where it's 106 degrees. So
yes, that I'm sure will be very nice for them.
Test their resilience.
Yes. All right. So you can connect with us almost anywhere. I've got a phone number streaming below that you can give us a call. You can find us on our website, tilsonhomes.com. We are also at Tilson Homes on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can find us on our blog, all of these repeats. You can actually come physically see people in person at any of our 13 design centers throughout the state. So yeah, you have to kind of run from us. You'll see our trucks all over the place. Like we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Yes, we don't hide well. We're out there.
We are very bad at hide and seek. Very bad.
Yeah, we don't do good. We don't do good. So anyway, thank you all for watching. We're grateful for each and every one of you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and hope to genuinely soon make you part of the Tilson family. We'll see you guys later.
Bye, everybody.